Right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I just wanted to come and jump on this morning in hopes to give you some words of inspiration and encouragement that you keep going. Want to thank you once again for your support of my platform, whatever area that is in, whether it's here on TikTok or YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you support me, I appreciate that. I want to say to you this morning, it takes all that. I've been hearing people say, it don't take all of that. People telling me it don't take all of that. Well, let me tell you something. I want you to remember this. It takes all of that. Whatever you are doing, that's just a distraction. When people start telling you that, it don't take all of that. Yes, it does. For you, it takes everything that you are pouring into whatever it is that you are doing. Don't ever forget that. People are just walking around deliberately trying to destroy people, deliberately trying to put you in a box, deliberately trying to make you feel small. It takes everything that you are putting into whatever it is that you are doing. It takes that. It takes all of that. So this little gathering of words, I'm going to say, that these people are starting to put out here. And believe me, you might think you're the only one, but you're not. That's something they taking this slogan to another level, trying to stop people from chasing after their dreams. You got dreams, you got visions, you got things that you want to do, and that is nobody else's business. And if you're saying that, stop saying that to people, because you don't know what it takes. You don't know what it takes for people to even get up in the morning. You don't even know what it takes for people to provide for their families. You don't know what it takes. So it does take all of that. There are people who have health conditions, and they have to do certain things just to function throughout the day. It takes that. It takes all of that. When people say things to me or say things about me, I have to be strong enough, and you have to do the same thing. You got to be strong enough to hold your head up, straighten your back up, and keep going, and just ignore these people. Because guess what? Some people just got ugliness in their heart, and you are not going to pull that out. I don't care what you try to do. Some people just got some ugly spirits. They got ugly ways. They got hateful ways. I was talking about, avoiding people here about a week or so ago. You got to avoid meanness. And someone came on the live and said, that's just that. It's hate. And that's true. When people start even telling you that, when people start telling you that, it don't take all of that. Come on. All of us have experienced that from people. It don't take all of that. Why are you doing all of that? Because this is my business. This is what I do. This is what I cherish. This is what I believe in. This is me, who I am. This don't have nothing to do with you. So when people, and I'm going to go back to one of the viewers say, I keep referencing that because that brought to my mind, it helped me to connect. This is why people are so mean. They hateful. They are hateful. And some people just have a black heart. They got a black heart, and they'll never stop having a black heart because they have purposed it in their minds to be this way. You are better than what people try to make you feel like. That's small-minded people. They won't support you because you ain't got to do all of that. They won't give something to you. They'll give something to somebody else they don't even know before they support you as a family member, before they support you as a friend, before they just support you overall, because they would rather see you stagnated in life than to grow. They will support somebody they'll never meet in their life. Then support somebody that's sitting right there in their face, trying hard to build themselves. When I was going to college, I heard that same thing. It don't take all of that. Well, guess what? It took everything that I had to put into what I was doing for me to get those degrees, them 3 degrees that sit on my wall right now. So you know what? I never would have had opportunities in life if I had believed what people was telling me. You're going to always have some mean, hateful people. That's all that is. When people start trying to soak up your mind and make you believe what they think about you, you don't have nothing to do with what somebody else and how somebody else feels about you. You know why? Because if you absorb that, you're going to be 30 years down the road wishing you would have fulfilled your dreams. Stop paying attention to this ignorance. People get on my platforms and they say ugly stuff. Let me tell you, they not all kind, to me. But you know what? It takes everything that I'm doing to get out my message. So what you got to say, that shouldn't even, I don't eat that for breakfast. I eat no for breakfast. And many of you, along with myself, have to continue to put that in your mind, etch that in your brain. Eat no for breakfast. Wake up and eat motivation for breakfast. Because guess what? Your enemies stay ready. Your enemies stay ready. Some of these people, I'm telling you, some of these people, they will just get on your platforms. Even if you don't have a social media platform, they will just try to come into your life and destroy you. But you have to make a commitment to yourself. Say, I don't care about what you got to say, because I can't stop you from whatever it is that you're trying to do to me. I can't stop you. But what I can do is I can hold my head up and I can keep going. And I can keep fulfilling my dreams. You in my rearview mirror. I see your ugliness. I see your meanfulness. I see your hatefulness. I see your rebellion against me. I see that. But I'm going to keep on walking. And I'm saying to you, and like I said to some people that shared this with me, they keep on telling me it don't take all of that. I'm saying to you this morning, everything that you're doing, it takes all of that. And if you let these hateful, mean people stop you from what you are doing, guess what? You have turned your life over to them, because they'll never stop. They will never stop. You have to keep going. Promise me that you will keep going. Don't stop. If you're working on that degree, keep working on that degree. If you are trying to find a better job, you find that better job. If you're trying to increase in that job where you're at right now, you increase in that job. You keep doing what you are doing, because it takes all of that. All of that. We don't just say it to the older people. You got saying this to younger people that's trying to decide whether or not they want to go to college, or they want to go to the military, or they just want to get a training. It don't take all of that. Don't you know what you are doing? You are stagnating. You are stagnating people. You are stagnating people out of your meanness and your ugliness. When I first went to go get my associate degree, and I got it in health information management, because really I was undecided when I first started out in my college career. That was my first degree. People told me it don't take all of that. You always got your head in a book. It don't take all of that. Just go get a job. People told me that. Then I went to get to my undergrad in behavioral sciences. People told me it don't take all that. Well, psychology is not something easy. It's not, when you got all of this work, all of this research that you got to do, that's not easy. You got to put time in there. It's things that you cannot do, because you got a responsibility to reach your goal and get that degree. You got to cut some people loose. You got to shorten some times with some things to pour more into what you are doing. And once I finished that, I went on to my master's. And I got that in behavioral sciences. That wasn't easy. That took years of my life to get that. And whatever you are doing, I'm telling you, every last one of you on here are greater than you think. You are better than you think. You're larger than you think. Stop believing what people are saying to you. Please stop believing that, because whatever you got and whatever you're trying to obtain, it takes all of that. Nobody knows your struggle. Nobody knows your journey. Nobody knows your vision. Nobody knows your purpose. I heard Steve Harvey say this, and it's so true. A lot of times, you can't tell people what you are doing until you've completed your task. You know why? Because they're going to rush in themselves, and then they're going to get another group of people to help them out to try to destroy you. I'm telling you the truth. Whatever it is you're doing, some things you got to keep them quiet. I am proud of the things that God allowed me to do. I didn't do everything that I did on my own, was able to do on my own. I was able to do what I was able to do to obtain these degrees by the grace of God, by his mercy, by his strength, by his watching over me, by him catching my tears, by him giving me the strength to stay up until the wee hours of the night, and sometimes into the next morning, because I'd be so tired. Sometimes my late husband would come in, he'd get up out of bed and say, "Sweetie, you still up? You need to get some rest." And he the one fixed up the office area for me that I sit in right now. You're wearing yourself down. Get some rest. I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning trying to complete research papers. It takes all of that. But he never told me that it doesn't take all of that. You know what he said to me? "I'm going to support you in whatever you do. I'm going to support you in your goals and your dreams." And that's the kind of people that you need in your life. Not these people that want to run up to you every little chance they get and ask you or tell you, it don't take all of that. It takes every bit of what you putting into what you are doing. Please remember that. Please remember. It's not how you started, it's how you finish. It's not how you started, it's how you finish. And the only reason and way that you're going to finish is keep believing in yourself. I don't care what you're doing. I got a friend that want to go to law school, and I encourage her every chance I get. Hold your head up, straighten your back up, and go for it. Because until the day you die, you need to be doing everything that your heart desires for you to do. That's your dream. That's your vision. That's your goal. Personally, my daughter has a harsh disease. It's harsh. And I don't know how many of you know this, called myasthenia gravis. That's a hard disease. But my daughter have pushed and pushed and pushed. And there's been times when that medical crisis happened in her life. And as a mother, I was right there along with her spouse and her children. I know what it takes her. And it takes all of that to keep living that she has to do. And she has gotten into an exercise routine. And now, all glory be given unto God. And now she is in remission. And even the doctors have told her, "I don't know what you are doing. I don't know what you're doing, but you keep doing it." Outside of the medicine, outside of the IVs, they call them IVIGs. Those things, before the Affordable Care Act came into play, used to cost $900 per setting of it. And they break it up into 2 days. Don't you know that's $1,800 a month before Obamacare? And after Obamacare was passed, it went down to $5 every two settings. So that was $10. God took us from $1,800 to $10. Don't you never let nobody tell you that what you are doing is too much. It takes all of that. It took those people up there in Congress and in the Senate to pass that bill that a lot of people fought against. And now today, They have to use that same bill for medical purposes to be able to afford their medical care. Stop letting people, I'm telling you, this thing, it don't take all of that. It's on a wide range. And it impacts all of us. And what I want you all to know and to believe within your heart, and you don't have to take it from me. I'm just sharing it with you. I know that you already know. Stop letting people take control of your life. If you have, you take that control back, because you are worth all of that. All of that you are doing. You are worth all of that and more. It takes all of that. I mean it. It takes every bit of that. When you serving God, people tell you the same thing. It don't take all of that. My late husband was a pastor of over 32 plus years, and people told him that. And he said, my answer to them, since you know what it takes for me to do what I do, won't you try doing this? And let's see what it takes you. And that needs to become our answer to people. That needs to become our answer to people. Since you know so well what it takes for me to make it, to get through, to do the things that I want to do to reach my accomplishments, then you try doing it. You try getting those degrees. You go do that. You go out there and stand up against people that don't like you, and you know they don't like you. But somehow you find the strength to continue to stand, because it takes all of that. And I told my daughter, it took all of that. No matter what people say to you, it took all of that. And now you are in remission. Praise God. It takes every bit of that. So before y'all start accepting that, evaluate yourself. Know who you are. And say to yourself, I'm the best part of me that God ever made. Y'all have a wonderful day. See you later.